62 degrees this morning. Ooh, y'all have no idea how excited I am to see that temperature. We are on kind of a new journey, guys. So much has happened since we put out a video. And hopefully I'll have sometime to sit down and tell you guys about it, if you're interested. We are in a new season of life, Jenny and I, and the girls. We are still at our same home, but there's been some changes. If you'll remember, last year around this time, actually it wasn't around this time, it was. We were putting in our fall crops in the garden, having a good time doing that, and we really built up our soil in the garden. We had really put a lot of effort into making sure that the soil was right, that we were getting some earthworms, that we were getting the right microbial activity in there, and that things were really moving along for us in that way. Since then, we had a problem. I'll show you. This used to all be mulch right here in our garden. You'll see my little pile of rocks there. Our septic tank is here. It's right behind my office. And it went out last month completely, and we had to have it completely replaced. I have been working tirelessly because fall's on us. You saw the temperature there. It's just gorgeous today. And I really wanted to have a fall garden in preparation for what we have coming, which I'll wait till Jenny's with me so that we can inform you of what that is. But I was in a rush to get that done. So this is what we have now. I've tilled for the first time in our garden. I tilled this ever so slightly. It's about 3 inches deep of tilling. And I planted 2 rows of turnips, pretty thick there. But I like them thick because I like the greens. And then I tried some parsley this time. Say, hey, Nola. Hello. She's so shy, even on camera. Got 3 cabbages. I want to do more. It's just what they had at the store that day when I bought them. I've got 2 rows of collards. This is the biggest garden I've had by far, by the way. 2 rows of broccoli. Our little girls love broccoli. When it's in, they'll just come out here and bite it. They don't even pick it off the plant. They just bend down to the plant and just eat it off the plant. Our bananas have started fruiting, as you can see there. Got a pod there that's come in. I'm hoping they ripen before winter. And we've got a pod there that's come in. I don't know if they're going to ripen or not. I'm actually not too hopeful on that. Put in some strawberries down around the base. Got a little clump here of 5 plants or 6 plants of dinosaur kale. This banana plant I put here because it actually broke off of this one when they were putting in the septic system. He had a big machine back here and he bumped into this banana tree and it broke off and fell over. So I just replanted it, and it's not looking so hot, but the pups are coming up off the root system, and I think they're going to do fine. So we should have more bananas even this next year. I did till this, deep tilled it with a Mac Daddy tiller. Went about 6 to 7 inches deep on this because it was all this nutsedge grass right here. And if anybody knows anything about nutsedge, it is relentless. And once it's in your garden, about the only way to get it out of your garden is to dig down about 4 inches in your entire garden and take off 4 inches of topsoil. Because that way you'll take out the nut of the nutsedge. I don't know if I can pull one up, but off of this little bitty root system right here, at the base of it, there's a little nut right there. And those nuts spread through all through the ground, and wherever they spread, they shoot up a new batch with a new nut. And it's crazy. You cannot keep them out of here. So I just tilled it under this year because I didn't know how else to get rid of it to get what I needed to get done. Right here along this orange string going down through the middle, I planted some rutabagas. I love those things, especially in the winter time. They're so good. And I've got some other things that I plan to put here that I don't have in the ground yet. So as you can see, this was my original keyhole garden from a couple of years ago when Justin and Rebecca were here. And he kind of featured this with our birds. We had our chickens in there. With what is coming for our family this next year, I thought it best to get rid of our chickens for now. I miss them, the girls miss them, but we just have too much going on. And so I gave them to a friend who has a big chicken operation that he's doing, and they're doing well with him, for him. And I think I'm gonna try and sell the coop. And when we get a little more established in our next venture, I'll rebuild another one and we'll start again. But this is the original keyhole garden. I think I'm gonna take it down today. And I am going to, again, get our tiller. And I think I'm gonna till up all of this. Right through here. All the way up to my pomegranate tree there. I'm gonna till all of this. We're gonna have a busy fall. We're gonna be home. We're not gonna be, usually we leave for either Thanksgiving or Christmas or both, and we're not doing that this year. We're not leaving, so we will be here for the duration throughout the winter. So I wanna have a fantastic garden if I can, the best I can have. Now, the next step this morning is I want to get some more seeds in the ground here. And I may start on this today. I just told you I would, and now I'm not sure if I will, because I've still got room here to do some seeding and to do some things, and I really need to do some more weeding and maybe even move in some mulch to keep these weeds down if I can. So I may do that. First of all, this morning, what I think I'll do is I'm going to come out here and I'm going to amend the soil a little bit. This is all white sugar sand that you find in Florida. It's got a few rocks in it because they had to dig deep down towards the septic system and things to get everything replaced. I've had some people ask me, aren't you worried about, planning where your sewage was or your sewage is, or where they had to tear out old sewage and stuff like that? I'm really not. I've read up on it. People don't seem to have a lot of issues with it. There's a lot of other people who have done it and have been fine. So it was actually a concern of mine too. So I looked into it. I was like, should I plant over old sewage and new sewage? But it's human manure in a sense, even though we're not getting any of it because of the way the new system works. It would never get to our plants. So we're okay. But I think today I'm gonna amend this soil a little bit because it's fresh soil that's been way underground that was brought to the surface and then spread out all over the place. So I'm gonna take some C90, which is evaporated seawater, crystallized into just the salt, and it has 90 trace minerals in it. You can find it on Amazon. And I'm going to, you put a tablespoon to a gallon of water, mix it up real good, and you spray it on the plants and the soil. And you're supposed to do that every 3 weeks until things are remineralized. Or as just a plant amendment. You can do it throughout the entire growing season. So I'm probably gonna do that because I don't know exactly what's in the soil and I really don't have time to get it tested. So let's go ahead and start with that today. Look in here. I need to organize my word. Okay. I have a pump sprayer, y'all. Believe it or not. There it is. So I've got my gallon jug filled with water, and I'm just going to take a pinch of this stuff, about like that. Just add that in of this stuff. This stuff's really cool. It really, if you guys like collard greens or winter greens of any kind, this stuff sweetens them up as it remineralizes the soil. I mean, sweetens it up. It is really good to use. All the minerals in there really sweeten stuff up in the garden. So I'm also going to add some fish fertilizer to this. Just a tablespoon for a little added fertilizer. Got to love fish puree. Fish emulsion and this salt is going to give a little bit of a barrier for us and keep these things a little more protected than they would normally be. I think I forgot this row. I did that guy. Missed him. Screen out some of this compost. Doggy. Nola, what you doing? Once I get it all sifted, looks really good. It's really nice, it's moist. Holds together well, crumbles. Beautiful stuff. Grass clippings, vegetables from the house. Man, that's nice. Very, very nice. Literally perfect. So I've got this huge pile of mulch that's been here going on 7 or 8 months now. I've been letting it break down a little bit in this pile. It's way too much to come out here and try and turn. As you can see, it's starting to get kind of turn into a humus down in there underneath the first layer. So I'm gonna move a bunch of this to the garden area, my walking path, stuff like that, try and knock down some weeds, and I'll show you what that's gonna look like here in a bit. I started the mulching process. I always put some in front of my shed just so I'm not dragging dirt in and out of there, and I've been missing the mulch in front of there. It's gonna be nice to have that back. I lined some there on the outside, on the inside here of the garden. I'm also going to put some on the edge back there along with that papaya and my pineapple guava there, just to cut out some of that grass, suppress some of that grass. And then of course I put it all through here. I lined my broccolis here, just gave myself a walking path, went ahead and surrounded the banana tree, give it some extra moisture, and then I surrounded the kale here, and I left a spot blank because I want to put in some more plants here as well. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put there yet, but I've got some stuff growing from seed in some cups that I may fill that spot in with. I'm going to bring some more back here and surround these strawberries at the base of this banana and go ahead and surround that banana real well. And I'll probably go ahead and just finish outlining this garden bed on around through here. And then I think I'm going to do the same straw method that I was going to do over here. I'll just do it over here and fill this all in with straw, because I feel like straw sometimes is just easier to part later on. You know, if I want to plant another plant or plant some seeds in there, I can just part the hay and put it in there, and sometimes it's just easier to maneuver. Okay guys, I'm done for the day. I wanted y'all to kind of see what I had done throughout the day. I got some more seeds planted. I went ahead and planted some beets. It's something that I kind of enjoy fresh out of the ground. I'll take them inside, clean them off, and I'll just kind of eat them like a carrot. They're very good. Very, very good, and I know they're super good for me. I think I'm the only person in the family that actually likes them besides my parents. When my parents come in, I'm sure they'll enjoy them with us this next month when they come into town. But I went ahead and I decided with the rest of the afternoon that I had to go ahead and put out some mulch for a pathway, the start of a pathway, and to kind of give my planted areas some border so that it doesn't just look like white ground with plants kind of popping up everywhere. It kind of gives it a little more eye appeal. I like that. It's just a personal preference of mine. And I think in between my plants and stuff, another thing I'm going to do is, instead of using mulch in between my plants, I think what may be easier for us and on me personally is going to be to use some, excuse me, I need something to drink, is going to be using hay in between our, or straw out here. I'm going to try and find some straw online and buy some and get that in here, something that hasn't been sprayed, of course. Thanks guys for watching today. I hope you guys can subscribe, like the video for us. That really helps our channel out a lot. I'm sure y'all hear that with almost every channel you watch, but it does, and I appreciate it very much. We love you guys. If y'all have any comments for me, anything that y'all think, wait a minute, he doesn't know about this, please tell me, because I'm learning, and I'm just showing you guys what I'm learning as we go. This is the best I can do right now because it's all I know. So if y'all know something that I don't know, let me know. And then we can start a conversation in the comment section. I like that. I think it's fun. So thanks guys so much. We'll talk to y'all next week.